15 years ago, two teenagers in skinny jeans came out of nowhere with a song that had the whole country dancing. But just a few years after they took over the charts, they completely disappeared. So whatever did happen to the New Boyz? Earl Benjay Benjamin and Dominic Legacy Thomas met as freshmen at Hesperia High School. The two initially did not like each other, but eventually became friends over music. See, Legacy started rapping at just 8 years old after watching child star Bow Wow do it. Benjay, on the other hand, had no plans to pursue a music career. He was actually on his way to San Diego State University to play football when he eventually realized his own passion for rapping. Coincidentally, Benjay and Legacy were born only one day apart, so they pooled their birthday money together to buy recording equipment. Legacy taught himself how to make beats so they wouldn't have to pay for them, and thus the New Boyz were born. Well, not exactly. In 2008, they officially became a duo, but they called themselves the Swagger Boys and released their first song, Colors. Fast forward to summer 2009, here's where things really popped off for the New Boyz. On April 2nd, 2009, they released their single, You're a Jerk, and it was a hit. It peaked at number 24 on the Billboard Hot 100 list and number 4 on the Hot Rap Tracks charts. August 31st, 2009, they released the Tie Me Down EP, which had 4 new songs, Crickets, So Dope, New Girl, and of course, Tie Me Down with Ray J, which peaked at number 22 on the Hot 100. 2 weeks later, in September of 2009, they went on to release their debut album, Skinny Jeans and a Mic, which peaked at number 56 on the Billboard 200. They went on to release a few more singles, including pop hit Break My Bank featuring Ayaz, and even released a second album called Too Cool to Care in May of 2011. This album they wanted to be less dancey and more about showing their skills as rappers. It had even more collaborations with the likes of Tyga, Big Sean, Chris Brown, YG, and Tierra Marie. Fast forward to February 2013, Legacy announces via Twitter they were working on their third album for Warner Music. But just 9 months later, Benjay releases a statement essentially announcing the group was splitting up. He shares several sentiments in the statement, including, over the last few years, we've stayed on the charts and gotten millions of views on YouTube, but we've decided to go our separate ways. He mentioned the two of them wanting to share their talents individually, but the mark that they made on American music history as a group will never be forgotten. In the statement, Benjay wished his brother Legacy the best and said he couldn't wait until they were getting Grammys for their solo efforts. After that, we didn't really see the two together. They reunited briefly for a comedy musical called School Dance, but professionally and socially, the two kept their distance, and it left us all wondering why. Well, in 2018, Benjay sat down with Vlad TV and spilled it all. He detailed the two of them missed out on tons of opportunities because he and Legacy weren't on good terms. Vlad mentioned he would love to see them reunited in the future, and that's when Benjay really spilled it all. But the heat wasn't for Legacy, it was for R&B singer Tinashe. Tinashe was born in Kentucky and kickstarted her career as a child actress. From 2007 to 2011, Tinashe was in a girl group called The Stunners. Once they disbanded in 2011, she began releasing her own music. Her solo music did pick up a lot of traction, but her career really started to pop after her single 2 On featuring Schoolboy Q. If you remember, this is also the song that Drake hopped on the remix for. She released plenty of singles and albums after that, but has most recently been on the charts for her hit single Nasty. Now you might be wondering, Benjay, what does Tinashe have to do with anything? Well, Benjay says Tinashe tried to get in Legacy's head about a lot of opportunities that they were being presented. He says on multiple occasions Tinashe told Legacy not to take certain opportunities, and he even says once Legacy faked a stomach virus to avoid doing a gig with Disney after Tinashe called it childish.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
Boo, you whore. Benjay claims Legacy is a big part of why Tinashe is who she is. He claims Legacy produced her first project and shot all her videos, to which she never gave him any credit. He said he told Legacy, you let her get famous off of you. We actually never heard Legacy or Tinashe's side of the story here, but the two seemed to get over it by December 2021 when Benjay teased on Instagram that the group may release new music again. And they delivered. In January 2022, the duo released a sequel to their hit single, You're a Jerk. It marked their first independent release through their own label, Shoddy Records. So where are the New Boyz now? Legacy is still focused on making music and animations. He goes by the name Dom Dolo now. Shortly after the two released You're a Jerk 2, Legacy shared on Twitter that he may not even want to be an entertainer anymore. He noted struggling with chronic depression and anxiety and wanting to make art without having to compromise. As for Benjay, he's also still making music, and at the time I'm recording this, he has a 4-year-old daughter. Let me know what you guys think. Do you remember this era of the New Boyz, and do you think they should get back together? If you want to hear more pop culture history stories, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next week.